Hello, everybody. It's your boy, Larp Does Everything, or Larp Does Stuff. I don't know what to call this channel normally anymore. It used to be Titan Doodle, because I was a doodle artist, but this doesn't matter anymore. I have an important announcement to make. What I'm about to say here is going to be critical. And yes, all the mistakes and all this stuff that I have made are confirmed within this video. Everything that I have said or have done will be confirmed within this video, including jokes and stuff. But hey, now we'll get back to this video right now. Okay, so first things first, there was this one day, one wonderful day, where I realized I don't have a future, and I don't have a career, and I don't have anything like that. I'm not special like everybody else. So I decided to create one somewhere else. Somewhere that is not within the state. My mom took me there for a vacation. And then realized that there was some great value and stuff within that state. And I took my chance. Not realizing that that was my biggest mistake. Good thing is I learned from this, so I'm glad that's behind me. But let's get back to it. So yeah, I spent within those wonderful days there, and I had a girlfriend. She was important to me. I'll get back to her for within a second. So basically, within these times and within these needs, I, found a job within that area. Did a lot of good things within that area. And when my girlfriend wanted to come within that area, I was like, I have my own room. My bed is big enough to fit for two people. And I may not have a closet, but I do have a suitcase that I could just put in my clothes at. Great enough as it is. Alright, let's bring her in. Then it happened. I brought her in. Everything was good and safe and sound. Big problem. She was asking me to do a lot of things. I paid her food every single day, like a normal person would, but it wasn't just me that was paying the food, it was also my family. She doesn't like my family's cooking. That's what made them pissed. There was a whole lot of arguments. I broke up with her, and then I put her in a 30-day timeout. Why? Because I feel like I want to give her a second chance. Turns out that was a mistake too. But I learned from that. That's also behind me. But let's continue the story. So, my dad found me a wonderful job that could give me good pay. I took it, went over there. My girlfriend didn't tell me when she had, social anxiety. And that's what got me going crazy for her. She spoke to me day in, day out, all the time when I was at my job. And when my boss basically asked me that, like on my phone, like who's ringing on my phone, I had to mute the notifications because I need to stay in the work. I need to stay on my job and I need to stay in my stuff, or else I won't have enough pay to get my girl what she wants. Of course, those months passed and her grandma wanted to take her home. But she also wants me with her. But I told her that would cost a lot of money and it's best to let her, go. She didn't want that. She wanted me with her, just as planned. Of course, her grandma said it's a good idea, and I didn't like this idea. I never did. I despise this idea, and I was so correct about this one. But they took me with them anyway. I had to pay 300 and something within my bargain, and then my girlfriend also has the exact same thing. Of course, her grandma compared me to her bad of a husband, even though they are married. He has done a lot of great things. Even though he was basically an a-hole a little bit, he is still man enough, despite in his 90s. So, yeah, it turns out a couple of days passed. My girlfriend hated her family more. She was trying to legit cheat on me with another guy. And then, yeah, I'm not on that island anymore. I was basically in the state of Colorado within the time. And when I met her cousin, no wonder why everybody liked her cousin. She's a very nice person. All the other yada yada stuff. And yeah, basically we went to the Delta side. I can't go into all deep implications because it'll expose their address. But I was over there. I'm still homeless within those times, and I basically had nothing. Literally no transportation. The only job I had was McDonald's over there. Those people McDonald's within Delta, Colorado are really good people. They are really are great people. They're just doing their best. I don't know if my boss is watching this video. If she is, hello. You guys are wonderful. I'm glad you guys handled the drama that you guys were not involved into. Neither was I. I wasn't involved into this, but my girlfriend sort of dragged me into it. But yeah, it was a whole lot of big mess. But I held it in together like a man I should. Gosh dang, I have a dry mouth, but I gotta keep going. But yeah, I've done a lot of wrong. I've done a lot of rights. I made too much mistakes, but I learned from my mistakes to the point that that became such a better man within the relationship. There were times where her family took me to locations that I, a person, was not supposed to see, but now since I seen it, now I have access to it because I'm 100% a U.S., not only a U.S. citizen, but also a 100% official American. Completely. I am no longer what I was before. I have reached further than I ever gone. I use my entire race, heritage, and all that stuff has changed completely. But that doesn't mean I'm not Hispanic. But let's keep going. I went to a really wonderful small vacation in Colorado, went to all of its wonderful events, realized the atmosphere is different from the state I was from. Good thing is it doesn't have a lot of toxins. Heck, the better thing is that even the toxins do arrive in deserts. The toxins do actually die faster within deserts. So high heat slows down the toxins and stuff. So that's something I learned. But enough of the chemical stuff. You guys are wondering about my origin story on who I was. Let's just say I am a city boy that went into those stuff in the first place, found out that there was a literal free theater. I know it felt very scummy, but it actually wasn't because they were actually trying to call literal people to legit stage up for the Addams Family type stuff. 1950s thing, but surprisingly, it's still around. Dealerships that were within that Delta, Colorado, some of them are actually old, very old vehicles that are torn up, scattered around. It's more like a museum than it is as a dealership. The other modern dealerships are there too, but that didn't interest me because, well, it's a modern dealership. It doesn't look good as the classics, while the classics look more like we want to welcome you type stuff. But what I'm trying to get is that my relationship wasn't good because of my girlfriend and because of how her family acted around her. Because, yes, I know her family were bad people, but I put that aside because I wanted to get them I wanted to know them in person. I wanted to be respectful. Sometimes she didn't allow me, but sometimes I had no choice but to in order to get to know them. Her mother is a great person. Actually, good person. Not great, because my girlfriend told me that her mother was the reason that she grew up the way she grew up. And oh boy, no wonder I had to deal with all of that. So what else do I know about my crazy of a girlfriend? Oh, that she was secretly suicidal. Yes, you heard that correctly. She was secretly want to eliminate herself in Fortnite terms. Literally. And I stopped her from time to time because if I didn't stop her from time to time, a lot of bad things would happen. And a good thing is I'm a good person and I don't want that to happen. Plus, all the fingers will be point to me and I would be held responsible of losing her, and I don't want to within that time. Glad I didn't. The people I met within those certain days, I didn't like the restaurants that she kind of held me to. It was terrible. Everything I went with her was sort of terrible, except the car show. The car show was pretty nice. It showed a lot of old vehicles. But now, within these years, the Ford and Grand Motors are trying to change that. And it's like, they do that, they're screwed. But let's get back to the main story. My girlfriend was so sick and tired of her family just bossing around with her sometimes. Believe me, I have my family boss me around sometimes. But I sort of need them to boss me around so that way I can learn a thing or two of if I forget this or forget that. Because I don't take it as some sort of hate. I sort of take it as like a knowledge management. If I forget something, they could tell me about it so that way I won't forget it after, type of thing. You feel me? What else? Oh, yeah. When we went to Cleveland itself. Yes. Um, let's just say she thought it was Puerto Rico. She thought it was terrible. She hated it. She didn't like all of my mom's cooking. She loved some of it, but she didn't want to be rude to my mom, which I understand. But now looking back, it felt like she was rude to my whole family the whole time. It's just why? Why did I give her a second chance? But then again, I was too good of a man now. And now I'm just. There is no boy anymore. It's just a man that is done with relationships. It sucks. Right now, months pass after that horrible, horrible event. I wish things were different. I wish I was not on the island. I wish I wasn't. A lot of wishes. But it's too late. And the person that basically I'm mentioning and the people that I was friends with within that time, because they were affected by it too, they tried their best to help me and stuff. And I realized I was a completely different person. Some of them didn't like it. I was kicked out. They just wanted me to like still talk with them for a bit, but I told them it's too late for that because I'm too far gone from them. So right now, the people I'm about to say is gonna be very important people that I know. One of them is Sonica the Multiversal Wolf. Golly, that's such a long YouTube name. Solar the Hedge Fox. Some dude named Vampire something. I don't know who his name is. Some person named Denki, but I forgot their Instagram. But I still have one of their channels. I could probably like link him into this YouTube video. Soul, Flippin', Flame, whoever he is. He sort of saw my condition. It was terrible, but he understand my condition was pretty bad. Some person named Jonah. She wasn't entirely involved. She was kind of like one of the villains within my relationship with my girl, even though my girl was literally the main one. But yeah, it's so much. I know this video might create a lot of plot holes and a lot more questions, but those questions were answered on my other previous videos. I didn't give a lot of context back then because I was heartbroken to the newt down. It was terrible for me. But I'm glad I'm bringing the story back up because I don't want to express my pain and feelings right now. I'm glad I have something to record this with to explain everything. So, right now, Timekeeper, which she was my girlfriend, has changed back to Shady Authentic Lifeform and broke up with me with our Shadow. Her boyfriend named Shadow. He's basically a Shadow fan. But I'm gonna just say this. I knew it. But she was cheating on me with him before. She chose not to during that. But it didn't matter. Because I had a vision of when it was going to happen. I just didn't know where it's going to go to. And it went to Columbus. It's crazy that my dad and I had a vision of that. I actually tried to change it. She actually supported me through it. But it didn't really matter. Because the prediction came true before I made the move. So yeah, I have clearly no friends, clearly no girlfriend, and last but not least, barely anyone to contact to anymore. I have no one anymore. I lost my YouTube channel. Actually, yeah, I lost my old YouTube channel. I lost my TikTok. I lost my Instagram. All I have is YouTube right now. And I'm basically am setting up a GoFundMe if you guys are willing to donate me with I don't know how much. Probably if James Charles was here, he'd be like, okay, here you go, 500. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I don't care about you, bro. Thank you for the 500, though. I respect that. But still, after what you done, no thank you. But yeah, I don't know if I could put this video on YouTube because it's now 20 minutes, if not gonna be more if I record more, but yeah. Hopefully I can do more than what I did before, and hopefully these mistakes I made, I could utilize them better so that way this YouTube channel can grow better. Maybe. I don't know anymore. I have almost nothing right now. I really have almost nothing. All I could do is just basically just make some scraps of something and just probably just walk outside again. Like I have for like 30 times or something. Yeah. Well, peace out, everyone. Hopefully my day gets better. And hopefully yours does too. Peace out.